Now let us derive an expression for the magnitude of force. Now experimentally it has been found out that the force experienced depends upon three things. First, it is directly proportional to the current flowing in the conductor. More the current, more the force. Second, it is also directly proportional to the strength of the magnetic field. That is, F is directly proportional to B. B means magnetic field. So more the magnetic field, more the force. And third, it is also directly proportional to the length of the conductor inside the magnetic field. Magnetic field में कितना length आ रहा है, not the total length of the conductor. Okay, conductor may be very much long, but how much part of the conductor is coming under the influence of the magnetic field. So that F is directly proportional to L. Now when we combine all the three, we get F directly proportional to IBL. We will replace the sign of proportionality with equal to and introduce one constant. You are aware of this. So F is equal to K IBL. Now K is a constant whose value depends upon the choice of the units. So in SI units, we'll take K is equal to 1. So you get F is equal to IBL. So force experienced is the product of the current flowing into the magnetic field strength into the length of the conductor in the influence of the magnetic field. Now, what will be the unit of this magnetic field? You know that the unit of force is Newton, you know the unit of current is ampere, and the unit of length is meter. What will be the unit of the magnetic field? For that, we have to make B as the subject. So, when you make B as the subject, you get B is equal to F upon IL. Now, F, that means Newton upon ampere into meter. So, the unit of magnetic field is Newton per ampere per meter. Instead of that, you have one single name known as Tesla, denoted by capital T, or you have Weber per meter square. Okay, so three ways you can use the units for magnetic field.